CyanogenMod, one of the most popular ROMs in the Android development community, and it is currently growing on how many devices have it. So far, I'd say almost all devices that are capable of running a CM10 build have a port of it. Even the original Galaxy S i9000. This is the Galaxy S2 E4GT Touch. I just did a factory reset before I did this video. So, D710, and yeah. So, what I'm finding with CyanogenMod is this is the mainstream custom ROM. This is just the best and the most popular custom ROM you can get. So, what do you get with CyanogenMod? Well, you get a stock Google experience with no bloatware and nothing out of the ordinary besides stock Google. The stock Google experience. Now, you do get some added features like Apollo music player, file manager, torch, stuff like that, but those are all added tweaks that CyanogenMod builds to make the device and platform of CyanogenMod better. Now, CyanogenMod has come a long way since version 6 and 7, Froyo and Gingerbread. Now, CyanogenMod 7 was the best thing to happen to Android. It was just the best thing to ever happen to Android. It had so many tweaks, so many things, and it was the fastest ROM besides Jelly Bean, I should say. It was probably the fastest CyanogenMod build out there, up till Jelly Bean. And yeah, so this is probably going to be my final video. Sorry I haven't made many videos. I've just been very caught up in work and school and other things. I'm a senior in high school. What do you expect from me? I know a bunch of you have been commenting saying, hey, why aren't you making videos? It's just school, man. School and work. So, yeah. Alright guys, so CyanogenMod is fast. It's not just fast on paper, good benchmarks. In fact, I don't even think benchmarks are that good on CyanogenMod 10. But it produces a very fast experience, no matter if you're on the Galaxy S2, Zoom, which I just recently purchased a Motorola Zoom for Verizon, or a Einl Novo 7 ELF 2, and I'm pronouncing it Einl now because that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's just popular and fast. Like, there's no way of getting around how fast this ROM is, and how surprisingly, for completely stock source, like, because for CyanogenMod they basically have to take stock source, like the stock phone source, and completely rewrite everything from the ground up to get CyanogenMod. And I know that there's automated services that give you CyanogenMod 10 and automated ports and all that, but it takes a lot to get these developers, or to get this development going. And CyanogenMod 10 is surprisingly stable for, AOSP source built ROM. That's been cut up and worked from the ground up from its stock nature, TouchWiz. So, yeah. So benchmarking, I've been getting about in the 3000s-ish, around there on this phone. But that's nothing too bad. It's a little bit weaker, because I'm getting in the low 3000s. It's a little bit weaker than stock Gingerbread TouchWiz this phone was getting, or even Ice Cream Sandwich TouchWiz. But it's brings a faster UI than TouchWiz in general. Because even the Jelly Bean TouchWiz builds are slower than this ROM. It's just what I've been noticing. So, yeah. Another thing I've been noticing is not LTE. This one doesn't have LTE. WiMAX speeds and 3G speeds have been degrading for some reason. We think ever since Ice Cream Sandwich update, it's been degrading. It's even more so on the Jelly Bean or CyanogenMod builds, But if you get into the Jelly Bean leaks, it's actually 10 times better for some reason. So, yeah. But sadly, the Jelly Bean modems won't work for CyanogenMod, because CyanogenMod was initially ported off of the ice cream sandwich builds, and the Jelly Bean modems aren't backwards compatible with ice cream sandwich builds. So, kind of sucks. But, yeah. So, with CyanogenMod, you get a plethora, dang it, not that. You get a plethora of many different features. For instance, a launcher, you can choose how many icons you want on the dock. You can do your home screen settings, like grid size. I like 4x4, at least on the Galaxy S2. Default screen, how many home screens you have, vertical padding, horizontal padding. Resize any widget, search bar. If you don't want the search bar up there, you can completely take it off. Scroll wallpaper, a bunch of different settings. Auto rotate screen, drawer, stuff like that. Then you have lock screen settings, which are screen security, background wallpaper. I have the default wallpaper, clock alignment, battery status, owner info, weather, calendar, slider shortcuts, button actions, themes. You all know what that is. And then all these different other tweaks. So, oh yeah, and performance tweaks. Can't forget them. But what I've been noticing is CyanogenMod has been degrading with benchmarks, but excelling in overall speed and performance of the ROM, which isn't that bad. And I honestly think the whole Android experience is doing that. Because if you look at the Nexus on stock AOSP Google built source, it doesn't perform that well on paper and benchmarking, but it performs a killer UI. And I've got to give my hats off to Google and CyanogenMod and everyone that makes this ROM possible for the E4GT Touch, Motorola Zoom, Einl Novo 7, ELF 2, and many other devices. So, alright guys, that concludes my final video for the CyanogenMod 30-day challenge for the E4GT Touch. I will post this a little later tonight. This will be my final video, and I'll be making one for the Motorola Zoom, since I have had this for, let's say, 5 days now. A few days now I've had this tablet, and I'll make a CyanogenMod 10 build, or I'll make a video of it. I'll have to film it with my Galaxy S2, but that's no biggie. And then I'll make a video for my Einl Novo 7 ELF 2. I'll be answering a few questions that you guys have been asking about the Novo 7 ELF 2. So don't worry, I'll be discussing all of that in my next videos. Alright guys, thank you. Oh wait, before I go, someone asked me if there's a Wake from Volume Rocker. Right there, Wake from Volume Rocker. So yeah, someone asked me that in the comments, and there you go. Alright guys, thank you. Bye.